What's up, ladies and gentlemen? chuckfinleLP here with Let's Play Sonic Generations Part 4. We are beginning the challenge section of the modern era, and what I will be doing now is because in the classic era, the last challenge I did was for classic Sonic. I will be starting with modern Sonic, and I will continue to switch back and forth until we are done with the challenges, and then I make a challenge-based video, which I probably will do along with several other videos for different things. But now I'm going to try to show off as many different challenges as I can. For now, there are several different challenges. I believe 12 of them. So if I can, I will gladly do so. Now this is one of the friend or the ally challenges. SPO Master Camouflage. Only the searchlight can reveal SPO. Face him and get to the goal in time. Go for it. All right. So I believe all we have to do is just race SPO. We may have to actually hurt him. I don't know whether we actually have to do that or not. It doesn't look like it, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I guess that's what we have to do. All right, well I can see him there. There we go. Huh. All right. It's interesting. Yeah. Okay. I guess we just have to continue to attack him as we get to the goal. And you can either attack him by stomping on him, using the boost on him. You have to go up. No, I guess we can go through here. Yeah, you can either use the boost on him, use the homing attack, which is a little bit more difficult to do, or you can also use the stomp move. You could probably even slide into him if you could. If you could get the slide to work, you could probably use the slide on him as well. Now you can see that he does move, and you can always see where he will throw a shuriken or a throwing star as we go along. So you can always tell where he's going to be just by the throwing star location. And you can see here he's changing from. Oh, he's right there. There we go. Let's see, where will he end up now? Okay, we can continue on this way. I think that they do give you checkpoints in case you do fall or take too much damage while going along through here. And you can also just jump into him. That's also useful. You know, you could probably attack him just by using everything that you have at your disposal. There we go. And you do have a time limit for the S ranks if you care. Again, you know, that's just if you care. I normally don't, so okay. Trying to figure out where he is. The platforms will help him dodge the light through this section. Come on, there we go. Should be getting near the end. At least you think we would be. Yep, there we go, okay. Not one of the best friend or ally missions there is available, but it is pretty fun, you know. It is actually pretty difficult because of the searchlights. And that gives something, I guess, a gimmick that's added to it. That's another mission I don't remember, another challenge that I don't remember, but I don't remember a lot of the challenges in this game. Alright, so there's another musical note. So now that we know which way it's going to go, and the pattern that it will take, and there you go. So Toxic Caves. Toxic Caves, I believe, is from Sonic Spinball, the pinball game that was, okay, I'm not sure how popular it was, but it was pretty fun. At least I thought it was. And now through here, I'm going to change into Classic Sonic, and I'll do Classic Sonic's missions through this section. Again, trying to do another mission that I haven't done before. at least as best I can. Now, remember, the Shadow the Hedgehog fight is only for Modern Sonic. You cannot do this fight with Classic Sonic. Let's see, we haven't done one of these, I don't believe. Lord of the Board, show off your skateboard skills while racing to the goal before time runs out. Just to, you know, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But I just want to make sure that I haven't done that type of mission before. I guess I could run back and check, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just do this one anyway, and show off the skateboard, which I was sadly unable to show off when I played through City Escape for the first time. And I missed it because you're supposed to take the upper paths, so I took the lower paths by accident and had missed it. I think I might have rid on it for a short time through one section, but it wasn't for very long. All right, so you can kind of tell what you have to do while on the skateboard, and you can do tricks on the trick ramps, as well as, I believe, the ends of rails. You can also do tricks. They're similar to the tricks that you can do on the ends of the rails on the snowboards with, in the original Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 2, and in this game as well. And I'm sure that would have taken you to a higher path that would have been a lot faster than this path. Now, something that may help you out, and it helps me out, even though it does feel weird to use, is the using the directional buttons to help to be more precise with your movements. And I don't know why in the world it sent me the other way for. It will help you be more precise with your movements, and you could probably run through this for a large majority of this just on foot, which is a lot easier than having to deal with the board. Of course, you know, you do need the board in certain sections, but for the majority of it, I'm pretty certain that you can actually run through here without the board if you can get up here. There we go. Unless this kills me. Nope. Good. Yeah, I have to watch out for those saw blades and mystery things that seem to hurt you. Oh, there you go. So you can run around most, if not all, of the level on foot, which is definitely very easy. The skateboard's not too difficult to use for the most part, but it can be pretty difficult. Just trying to time the jumping just right, because it's kind of like the rails on Asteroid Coast. You have to time the jumps just right to get the rings and go through the orange and rainbow hoops. That's another artwork, so we know which way it's going to go. So there we go, artwork 43. And so you have to time the jumps just right as you're going along, and that can be pretty difficult if you're not used to that kind of thing. And so we'll go ahead and switch again. And there was a flicky that I could have done. I'm hoping there's a flicky later on in one of these levels up here. That's a friend. So we don't want to do that one since we've already done a friend one. We've already done a doppelganger race, and I believe we've already done a ring and a... I really should just check back and see what kind of ones I've done, just to make sure that I don't do any repeats. Let's see, we'll head up here really quickly and see which one we've done. Okay, so that's a enemy one. So that's the one we've done for there. We'll head over here and see which one we've done over here. I believe it was a doppelganger. Yeah, it was a doppelganger race for here. So we doppelganger, an enemy. Challenge, and let's see what we did over here. I believe it was a ring one, wasn't it? Okay, a friend one. Oh wow, another friend one. Crud. Okay, well I guess I've done two friend ones. I do apologize for that. I was pretty sure I hadn't done a friend one yet. But either way, okay, so we'll change back to Modern Sonic, and we'll continue over this way. We've already done the friend race. We've already done a doppelganger race, so I'll just head up here any way I can. And you can see how high Modern Sonic actually jumps and how much they cut the jumping ability by in this game. Haven't done one of these yet, I don't believe. Surf, sea, and sand. Take on various courses and find your way to the goal before time runs out. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do this one since we haven't done this kind of challenge yet. It is a shame, though, that I did 2 friend challenges without noticing it. Again, I do apologize for that. I am trying to do different challenges just for now, but I will be doing all the challenges in a separate video, just like I will be getting all the red rings in a separate video as well. But, you know, just for right now, for these sets of challenge videos, I would like to at least, you know, try to show off different challenges. Alright, so what you have to do here is you have to take on different sections of this level. You can see here that they are all different. They all have different gimmicks with them. You know, the fans, the balloons, rail here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw different... Yeah, okay. Okay, crap. Really? Alright, you know, the poles here, the homing attack's supposed to be pretty accurate for this game. You have to... I guess you have to use the homing attack. It's not going to make you go there. There we go. Okay. And we have to use this as a gimmick as well. As well as get hit by enemies. Again, another challenge I don't remember all that well. But as I will continue to say, I don't remember the challenges all that well. I didn't care for them all that much. You can see here the cart, as I talked about in the trivia for this level, the cart is supposed to handle like the cart like Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing carts did. The cars in that level did, or that game did, and the cars are supposed to be centered around Sonic, and you can boost and everything with them instead of like with the original carts or trolleys in Sonic Heroes. You had to use the different characters to help you progress on and use their different abilities. That's another Palm Tree Panic from Sonic CD. That's good. I'm glad they added something from Sonic CD. I know they at least added one piece of music from there. Palm Tree Panic, definitely not one of my favorites, but you know, hey. Alright, so this is the boss for for the modern era, or the Dreamcast era. Again, the music doesn't give it away, and they're doing a very good job of hiding it. And I won't spoil what the boss fight is. I will just say that this is a final boss fight from one of the games in the Dreamcast era, and we do not need Supersonic for it. If you remember, all the final bosses from the Dreamcast era you had to be Supersonic to use them. Well, in this one, we don't actually have to use Supersonic, and this kind of gives it away if you've played Sonic Adventure before. But we get to fight Perfect Chaos as normal Sonic, and as I said, you can see some of the streets from Speed Highway, just like they were in the original game when you were playing this boss fight. You ran around on pieces of you would run around on different versions of the crap. All you're supposed to do is just hold the square button, similar to the way you did in the original, except the original didn't have any 2D sections or paths to them like this one did. It was all 3D, and you obviously want to try to build up a pretty good boost, as much as you can anyway, to for the end. You don't want to waste it like I did through that first run, and you always want to be running away from his attacks. He doesn't actually use the same attacks that he did in the original. They are all different. There will be a few of the different. They will kind of be the same, but not all that much, to be honest. You can see he uses his arms, but he uses his arms in a different way in the original. And I don't even think he used his arms until you got to the end. And like I said, it was all 3D. It was never none of this 2D crap. To attack him and get in close, it was all, you had to be on the water, similar to like this. And you want to use the rainbow rings as much as possible. And you can see they give you a whole bunch of checkpoints, which is always useful. But if you do die, you don't get the perfect bonus, and he only goes down in 3 hits for the first wave. And just like in the original, there are, well, I guess you could call this waves, but in the original there were multiple waves in which you had to beat the boss fight in. I believe you actually had to attack him 6 times instead of 3, or I'm going to guess 4 here. I'm sure this will end up being 4, but if you notice in the background, there was a remix version of "Open Your Heart" by Crush 40, their first Sonic song they ever did, and the first main theme for a Sonic game ever was "Open Your Heart," and they remixed it for this level. The entire song, or at least most of it. I don't believe the last bit of the song they didn't use, but I think it just loops over at that point. But they remixed most of the song. Alright, as you notice, I did accidentally skip that. I didn't mean to, but, hey, for time reasons I did. But you can notice he did go down in 4 hits, not nearly as many as the original did. I guess 2 less than the original. The original wasn't too difficult if you knew how to dodge the tornadoes and the lasers that he would throw. But if you didn't, it could be pretty difficult.
You're doing great, Sonic! You mean you're doing great, Sonics? Right. I may never get used to that. Watch out! That monster sure didn't like that emerald. Those things have come in handy in the past. We've already got a couple, but we need that emerald. Sonic, you should go over there and check it out. I bet you can bring that Chaos Emerald back just like you brought back our friends. And I bet you double we're gonna need all 7 emeralds. You guys have your work cut out for you.
An adventure's no fun if it's too easy.
So there you go, perfect chaos. Now we are into the modern era. If you should be able to recognize a lot of these levels. They're actually pretty recognizable, just like the classic era. Some of the levels in the classic and the Dreamcast era were pretty recognizable. And we get the blue Chaos Emerald for doing, or I guess the dark blue Chaos Emerald for doing this. And I'll just run through them really quickly. And you can tell, should be able to tell the games they're from if you've ever played any Sonic games before, or even watched my Let's Play in the Sonic series. But now I'll go back here. Let me see, where do I want to go back to? I'm going to now talk about the trivia and all that for the Sonic, for the Perfect Chaos boss fight. And we'll go ahead and listen to, let me see what level it is. if I can find it, the Toxic Caves. And then, if this starts to annoy me, I will listen to the other one that I've unlocked. Let me see here. Alright, I know I don't believe I talked about the trivia for the Shadow rival boss fight, so I need to do that as well. And I will go ahead and do that while I'm talking about the trivia for this boss, for the Perfect Chaos boss battle. See if I can find it on here. I know, not real professional not to have everything pulled up already, but I had forgot to before starting this one. If I can even find it. Huh. Can't seem to find what I'm looking for. Well, I guess this will do. Alright, let me see. Alrighty. Okay, I found the page now, so I will now be talking about the, I guess I'll start with the rival boss fight first. I was just sitting here thinking about that, which one I should do. But because I didn't do the rival boss fight at all, I'll go ahead and start with that one. So I'll do the rival boss fight for Shadow's rival boss fight, and then I'll do Perfect Chaos in Sonic Generations. But I may not be able to, I may not actually be able to find anything about the Shadow. I guess the rival fight. Sometimes you can't find things about that on this game, on this website that I'm getting all this information from. Alright, Shadow appears as a rival boss fight in the game Sonic Generations. Like all the other characters in the game, Shadow is sucked into the white space by the Time Eater. After completing all acts in the Dreamcast era, Shadow can be found in the City Escape hub. When found, he is waiting for Sonic, stating that he neither knows nor cares where they are, as long as he gets a chance to finish Sonic. He has fought in Final Rush. He has a unique rival battle where the two have to race each other on a looped pathway to gain power cores to unleash special attacks. The battle is won when one depletes the other's ring count whilst using a special attack. Shadow appears... Okay, that's a spoiler for later on. Now I will see if there is any trivia for the battle by itself. I doubt it, but you never know. Let's see. I don't think there will be, actually. Well, there is only a bit of trivia here. In Sonic Generations, the player may be rewarded with the 4th Chaos Emerald for defeating Shadow. 3rd if Perfect Chaos is fought first. Coincidentally, in his own game, Shadow the Hedgehog, Shadow mentions the 4th Chaos Emerald in a line, "Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald?" which has gained internet popularity, as I figured it would. But that's about all I can find, sadly, so... Yeah, not a lot. I didn't figure there would be anything at all, so I'm happy to get even that little bit. And now we'll do Perfect Chaos, and I'll just go ahead and listen to Palm Tree Panic. Again, not one of my favorite themes from that game, but I believe that's the American version, I guess the US version, if I'm not mistaken. It could be the Japanese version. I don't remember the Japanese version for Palm Tree Panic very well. I remember Stardust Speedway, as well as a few other ones, but not, I couldn't tell you right offhand about this one. But let me see. Alright, well, go to Sonic Generations. Perfect Chaos serves as a boss in the game Sonic Generations and is the main boss of the Dreamcast era. The player does not use Supersonic in this game, as the player cannot obtain all 7 Chaos Emeralds before fighting it. Instead, the player must navigate three different kinds of levels, each involving going into it and coming out the top end, which damages it. Its last resort is sending platforms out of the water. These platforms fall after an allotted time, so the player must hurry and avoid falling off, and the homing attack at the top of it to end the fight. The it that this is referring to is Perfect Chaos, by the way. So again, I'll look for trivia for the song "Open Your Heart" is played during the battle with Perfect Chaos, and a remix is played in Sonic Generations. And yeah, that's about all I can see. And since I haven't talked about Metal Sonic's rival fight at all yet, I'm surprised I actually forgot about it. I will go ahead and do that now. You know, pretty good time since I'm already here. I'm dropping frames pretty rapidly, but hopefully that won't affect anything. So Classic Metal Sonic, this is actually supposed to be Classic Metal Sonic rather than normal Metal Sonic. And we'll go ahead and skip to Sonic Generations if I can find it. There we go. Alright, Metal Sonic appears as the first rival boss fight in Sonic Generations, supporting his classic design. Classic Sonic finds him in the hub world as the robot challenges him to a race for the Purple Chaos Emerald. The boss fight is very different, as Robotnik isn't chasing the two, and Metal Sonic destroys the road before the boss fight. They race and start at Speedway just like they did back with Sonic CD. He regains the the V maximum overdrive attack to gain bursts of speed and the chance to attack his non-mechanical namesake, as well as blasting through the street lamps on either side of the road for them to land on Sonic. After these attempts, he slows down as he has put too much power into his attacks and short circuits, needing a moment to recharge, giving Sonic the chance to strike him into the road. After a certain number of hits, Sonic finishes Metal Sonic off by kicking him at the sky or a tunnel, depending on where you are, with a robotic doppelganger creating a fantastic explosion. Unlike the two other okay, well, that's a bit of a spoiler for later on in the game, so I won't talk about that. And I don't believe there's actually any trivia for Metal Sonic. Maybe that was only the Death Egg. Let me see. Trivia. I'll see if there's anything for Sonic Generations. Yeah, I don't see anything. So, oh well. But that's it. That's all the trivia for everything that I haven't talked about. So I thank you for watching. As I've talked about before, this will be the format that I will be doing. I'll do one video dedicated to playing the levels, and then I'll make another video dedicated to the challenges and the main boss fight. The one video will be just going through the levels, rival boss fight. The other video like this will be challenges and the main boss fight. So I thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many rings did I collect while how many rings, both red and orange and rainbow, did I pass and go through? I guess just pass in the Perfect Chaos boss fight. I thank you for watching. Next time we will be doing the modern era. So until then, later, everyone.